few minutes late, but we're here. Happy Monday. Oh, you're crooked. Still crooked? Better? Yeah. It's working. Good morning. I'm so happy you guys are here. Whatever time it is, whatever day it is. It's beautiful here right now. Oh, hey, good morning, Ken. Party was nice. It was actually really chill. It was a small group of people. The weather wasn't nice enough for a pool day, but it was still really, really fun, and our friend felt really special, so. I have to close the door. Awful was up. And then yesterday, actually I have some, like, it's not news, but what happened yesterday I should share when the rest of the class gets in session, because HB and Andy and everyone will want to know. It's exciting, maybe exciting. How is your weekend? Is it Monday night for you now? Right? Or Sunday night? It's Monday night, right? I'm glad you slept, Ken. You need to sleep. I slept a little more, not last night, but the night before. I'm gonna try again tonight. I really need to get better. Yeah. Not sleeping enough. I'm paying for worse than anything. It's so calm now. I think it's because that street festival ended and everything's very peaceful this morning, except for the birds are loud as hell. And I say that with so much love. I love the birds being loud. Hey, Andy, good morning. So awesome, Ken. Or good afternoon, Andy. You guys, by the end of this, I'm gonna be able to stitch together segments of each of these videos of me saying, good morning, Andy, and then, good afternoon, Andy. I think I do it every time. There's probably 30 clips of me doing this now. So funny. One of these days, I should take you guys to the beach and do my morning writing there. That would be so cool. I don't know if the internet would cooperate. Maybe I'll do that sometime this summer. Seriously, Andy, wouldn't that be funny? Just like, probably have a minute worth of clips of me going, good morning, Andy. Good afternoon, Andy. Good morning, Andy. Good afternoon, Andy. Like a dipshit every time. just a bobblehead on the screen. Yeah, it would be cool to go to the beach. Good morning, Triple M. You sound like a superhero. I'm so excited to tell you guys about my day yesterday, but I literally can't start until at least HB jumps on. Because I would like to have HB, Andy, and Ken here for this information. It's not, I'm making it sound like it's a bigger deal than it is, but it's not. How far is the beach for you, Ken? I'm really lucky. The closest beach to me is probably 4 miles away, so I don't know what that is in kilometers. And I haven't taken my medicine to do the math, but it's not far. I don't know, maybe 8 kilometers? Yeah, I think about 8 kilometers. That would be it. Class is all here. Six kilometers, that's all? Thanks for the math, Andy. Good morning, HB. All right, kids. I don't know if there's anyone else I should wait for this news, for this information. 50 miles to the beach. Yeah. It would hurt my heart, but I understand it. I used to not be close to a beach. When I lived in New York, it took a lot longer to get to the ocean. Okay. I'm gonna tell you guys what I did yesterday. And basically, I had a girlfriend invite me to go up to the suburbs to meet what she described as this really interesting older woman. She's in her 70s, and she is obscenely wealthy from multiple work ventures throughout her life. Again, she's in her 70s. She's owned and sold several companies, a whole bunch of different things. It's neither here nor there, but she has a huge, beautiful property. And my girlfriend told me she specifically wanted me to come for a reason, but she was like, I'll fill you in the car. And I didn't know why. And then we got in the car, and it actually has to do with the telepathy tapes. And so I'm so excited to tell you guys. So we're in the car, and my girlfriend told me basically that Kai Dickens called her last week, or voice memoed her last week, and said that they were going to be in our area in August filming, and that they were looking for a house to film in because of the school where these students are that they found in this area. The school is like not in great condition. It's not a very nice school, and it's not conducive for the testing that they want to do for the documentary. So my girlfriend wanted to basically have me come with her and help explain to this old woman what the telepathy tapes were, and then see if we could use her property for filming. So I'm helping my friend help Kai scout for a filming location for August. And that is so exciting to me. for multiple reasons. Obviously, one, because if there's any way that I can help, I would love that. And even if I can't help, while Kai's in town, I'm sure her and my friend will be meeting up, and so I'm sure I'll get to tag along at some point and get to meet her. Whether that's like going out to lunch or passing by, or if I get the chance to actually be anywhere near filming. I know that I have experience in filming, but they've already got their crew hired and everything, so I'm not anticipating anything like that. But I had no idea that Kai had called my friend, and I had no idea that she was going to be in town and that my friend was helping her. So I played my part well. I understood the assignment, and I think we got the house. The woman said she was really interested. She was really excited about it, and if she, for any reason, isn't available, there was another woman there who also had an amazing house that might work. My girlfriend has a huge, beautiful home, but it's a condo, and when she showed it to Kai, she explained that because it's downtown in the city and because it's in a high-rise, that it would have way too much energy and essentially just people around for the autistics to feel comfortable. So we had to go find a different, like my place wouldn't work either for the same reason. I'm just too much in the city. So we had to go out to the suburbs to see if we could convince someone we knew to participate. So I'm really excited. That was a surprise to me when I got in the car. I had no idea that was what was happening, and I was excited to tell you guys. So nothing set in stone, but I might get to meet Kai. I might get to even see filming, or I don't know. Who knows? Or maybe I just get to help from the sidelines. But I'm just really honored and excited, and I wanted to tell you guys. Hi. I'm gonna go with Spindly. Little Spindly. Hi. Well, you say that, Ken, and that's really sweet, but like, me doing the telepathy tapes deep dives really has no effect on this, because Kai knows I'm doing it and she gave me my blessing, but this is really just her reaching out to my friend and me being friends with the same friend. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to discredit myself, but really my work has nothing to do with this potential opportunity. It's really just the fact that my girlfriend is really, really connected, and she found out about the telepathy tapes really, really early on, like way before it blew up. When I remember I was the 118th person to like it on Spotify at like the very, which, whatever, but like obviously it wasn't very big yet. And she got in with Kai then, and she's so well connected that she was able to connect Kai with some of the people that were able to contribute towards the cost of the documentary. So it's very cool to even be this close to the periphery of it, and I'm really hopeful that I'll get to meet her at least. I just want to give her a hug, because I don't even want to get emotional. Oh, just because like not only is she making such a huge difference literally on the world right now, it personally like has changed my life, because it changed my trajectory completely. I'm just really excited. Emotional. And also, like, depending on what happens, Dr. Powell might be there. Triple M, I just turned 38 last month, or 2 months ago. So, closely approaching my 40s. How old did you think I was? No, wrong answer, it's okay. You could say 70, I wouldn't be mad. Yeah, not only is it really nice, it's the fact that it was a surprise. It was the fact that I had already agreed and was halfway there when I found out all of this had happened. Oh, really? Triple M, that is so kind. Thank you. I think it's city living. It's so funny. Everyone thinks the city is hard on you, and I swear all of my friends that live in the city, we are all younger than we are. All of us are at least 10 years younger than our counterparts. Like when I go back to like my small town where I grew up and I see friends my age, I feel an age difference between us. I think I told you guys, my mom keeps telling me that I'm now the youngest sibling and that my younger siblings are now older than me. I don't know how to make that make sense, but thank you. That's really awesome. I appreciate it. You guys, I'm happy. It was a good weekend. I'm really happy I got to tell you guys about that yesterday and that happened. I'm really excited for the potential future. It's exactly 1 month from today when they're going to be in town. Or not today, August 18th. So I don't know, we'll see. Funny enough, August 15th, 16th, the 2 days before that, are the Air and Water show here, which is obviously just a UFO watching party for me. So it's going to be a really good week that week. Yeah, I will mention it. And even funnier, Andy, on Saturday, the birthday party I threw with my friend, or for my friend, one of his friends was there who I haven't met, who used to work at News Nation. She just left though. And I was like immediately going to pounce on her, but I don't know that she left on good terms. She was not interested in talking about News Nation at all, or Ross, so I let it go because I did not want to make someone talk about work if they weren't at work and I didn't want to. Roger Penrose, yes. I want to look more into him. I don't know enough about Penrose. But yeah, so I was this close to a News Nation person. I was hanging out with a News Nation person and wanted to talk about Ross and Kai, and she no longer is there. But I will absolutely, you know what? When we're done here, I'll text my girlfriend who's friends with Kai and I'll just tell her. I'll just tell her straight up and she'll tell Kai. And I mean, maybe Kai's not interested because again, as much as I really like the topics that Ross covers and I'm okay with News Nation, I'm not crazy about the way Ross interviews. The way he questions people, I feel like he asks another question before they can even finish the last question, and he jumps in so much, and like will also not always stay on thread. Like he'll stay on thread, but he'll stay with his line of questioning instead of allowing something they say to trigger a different question off of that topic, if that makes sense. I think we've talked about this before. I struggle with his interview style. And so maybe that's why she's not doing it, or maybe she doesn't know. But either way, after this, I will text my friend and I'll have her tell Kai. I'll just do that directly. Yeah, I've heard of Penrose. I just haven't looked him up. I feel like his name comes up a lot in the various things that I listen to. Yeah, interesting. I definitely want to look into that. I also, this week, I have to bite the bullet, finish script 9, film it and get it out, ideally before the weekend since I'm going to be leaving for a wedding. And I know that I'm just like, everything in me has been fighting this script and I just have to get through it. So I'm really hopeful that it still turns out okay. Oh, I don't know why it's been such a challenge, but Okay, I like that, Andy. Maybe that's the case. I haven't watched one of his interviews in a minute. I watched one not terribly long ago when he was in part of his newer stuff with the UFOs, where he was interviewing a native man in, I don't know if they were in Utah, but I just didn't like the way he was handling it. Okay. Yeah, Penrose worked with Hawking. Interesting. Yeah, I'll ask my girlfriend. I'll have her message Kai, just say, like, did you know Ross Goldhart's trying to reach you and wants to meet? Like, if you did and you don't care, like, totally fine, but just in case you didn't know, he's trying to reach you. And that's worth saying to her because she has no time, and she is not on social media, and I don't think she is on YouTube watching these hours-long interviews and documentaries like the rest of us are because of how much work they're doing. Yeah, the song I walked down the aisle to is in the Theory of Everything, and I didn't know that. Funny enough, like the theme song of Theory of Everything is the same song I walked down the aisle to. Yeah, I'll do that, Auntie. I'll report back tomorrow and tell you that I did it. I'm gonna write it down right now. Hi, Ross. Okay, done. Thank you. And thank you for reminding me that that's happening, that he's trying to get a hold of her. I do think that regardless of his interview style and what I personally feel about it, which does not matter, he's got such a big platform, it could be really, really good. It really could. It's exciting. I don't know, I'm so geeked. I really hope. I can't see a world in which I don't get to at least meet her, because my girlfriend is fully aware of my feelings about all of this, and I know she will do whatever it takes to just like make sure we get to be in a room at one point or another. So whether it's like I said, going to dinner or getting lucky enough to actually like meet one of the, I'm gonna get emotional, just meet one of the families participating. It would just mean so much. I've been very emotional all weekend in a happy way, very grateful. And whenever I cry at everything, I've told you guys a million times, I'm such an empath and hypersensitive, not like sensitive, I get my feelings hurt, but like any sort of, like if I'm sad, I bawl, if I'm happy, I cry, if something's funny, I cry. I cry all the time, and it's usually for good reasons. But I do, I get really emotional when I'm just feeling very grateful. Oh, my allergies are so bad right now. Oh no, HB. You heard everything about Kai though, right? And about them coming in August? Tell me you heard that part. The party was good. It was small. There were only 6 or 7 of us, which is what we wanted. But it was small and it was cute and it was a really good time. It was very relaxed, which was nice. Nothing too crazy at all. But it was lovely. I think he had a really, really good time. And it was just nice to celebrate. He loved the decorations. Everyone's decided that I need to go into business making these party decorations. Did you hear that I might be meeting Kai in August? That was the big part. That yesterday my girlfriend took me to a friend's house and didn't tell me until we were in the car what was going on, and basically said that Kai had called her and that they were coming to town to film. Oh, I'm gonna have to tell you the short version because I already made everyone else listen to this. But basically Kai called my girlfriend and said that she was going to be filming in our area in 2 months and that she needed, basically we're helping her find a location to film. And I think we may have found a house for her yesterday. We went and met with a woman and convinced her. She said she was interested. And I think it might be possible. If it's not her, we have a few other ideas. But basically my girlfriend called and said that Kai asked her for help, and now my girlfriend's kind of bringing me in, and that it would be so cool to be a part of filming or to see any of that, but at the very minimum, I am pretty positive I'll at least get to meet her. As long as it works out, I know my girlfriend will do whatever she can to like make sure we can all go to dinner or something. So that was really the big news. And I told a longer-winded version of that earlier, if you want to go back and look at it later, but it was very unexpected and I'm very excited. And nothing's obviously set in stone in terms of like my involvement in meeting her or anything, but I do know that she'll be here. I do know that my friend will definitely be seeing her, so I likely will too. And my friend is trying to help her out, so it's just exciting, and I'm glad that Kai reached out to my friend versus the other way around. Like, I didn't know how conversational they were, and so to find out that like she don't tell that she is reaching out to her is awesome. Just to be like, cool, we're so it's just that much closer. So I told Andy after this I'm gonna text my girlfriend to message Kai and tell her that Ross Colhart has been trying to reach her, just in case she didn't know. Like we said, she might know. Oh, I won't, HB. I won't at all. But and anyway, I am going to tell my girlfriend to tell her about Ross Colhart, and that way maybe she knows, maybe she doesn't, but now we'll know she knows. And it'll be up to her. It could be scheduling, but at least Ross will stop saying you can't get a hold of her. So yeah, we'll see. But I'm very excited. The only problem we ran into is that the So we were with two old women. One of the women is the one that owns the house, in the house that we asked about. And she, towards the end, as we were getting ready to leave, and Sam, my girlfriend, was like, "Oh, are you sure? Like, are you really interested? Because if so, like, I'll get more information and we'll start figuring this out." And the woman was like, "Yeah, I mean, I don't have to put my name on anything, or like, I don't have to believe it or anything, right?" And like, we got back in the car and we were like, "Oh, actually, you do in a way, because as we've learned." I don't think that she has to believe, but I don't think she'll be able to be in the room if she doesn't, because Kai has told the story repeatedly of testing with, I don't remember who. For some reason I wanted to say it was Akil, but I don't think it was. But testing with somebody, and when this producer came in who didn't believe, they like stopped. No, they didn't get the answers wrong. They just stopped doing it. And then when they asked that producer to leave, he went back to spelling and everything was fine. So take a shower. So we were kind of talking that out, and she's gonna have to talk to Kai about that. But we did, like, the woman is going to listen to the podcast, and maybe after she listens to it, she will become a believer, and all of this will be moot. But the other woman was really excited, and I can imagine, based on the wealth of these women, that her home could also potentially be an option. But it's so exciting. It was so not what I expected. I had no idea. She said she wanted me on her radar, and I didn't know why. And she was like, I'll explain it in the car. And I didn't question it. And this is so not what I expected. I had no idea it was gonna have anything to do with the tapes and with Kai. Oh shit, no. Probably not. I don't want to put her in any sort of weird position unless she wants to do that. But if I get to meet her, I'll definitely take a picture with her at the very least, and I'll get to talk to her more about the channel. And you'll see it later, HB, but earlier I was nearly crying just thinking about how grateful I am to her, not only for what she's done for the cause, but like what she's done has changed my life also. And so like, I just want to give her a big hug. So I'm really, really hopeful. I know, it'd be cool if she could meet Monty. Yeah, I'm really hopeful. Fingers crossed. It was a really cool surprise. Very, very cool surprise. Thanks. I'm really, I'm really grateful for my friend. I don't know if any of you guys saw the short video that I posted last night from the Baha'i Temple. We went there and did a meditation for a few different things, but we went to the temple yesterday for a while, and I don't know who they're filming in New York. Would we have, actually, you know what? What would be cool in New York? I don't know if they could do this, but is it Khaleesi? Is that the parrot's name? The parrot that we talked about in, I don't remember which episode, 5 or 7 maybe, with Rupert Sheldrake, and Nikisi, parrot Nikisi. Nikisi and Amy, his owner, live in New York, and Nikisi's still alive, and they still practice telepathy. So I think it would be really cool if, whenever they're in New York, they revisit Nikisi. The BA, I'm not sure what a BA was. I don't know what you mean by that. I know that you're abbreviating, but anyway, the video at the Baha'i Temple yesterday, that's my girlfriend Sam, who is the one who's friends with Kai. And really, I owe so much to this woman in general. She is like the reason I have a friend group here again. She is the one that pulled me out of my shell again. She is the one that introduced me to the telepathy tapes. She is the one that is now connected with Kai. Oh, I see what you're saying. Sorry. It's such a beautiful place, the temple, and the gardens. I'm so grateful for this woman. I'm so grateful for this woman. Yeah, I see what you mean now, HB. Yes, we were reading a little bit about it while we were there. We weren't there too long because we had to get back to the city, but like I said, we went with a purpose. We had a few prayer meditations to do. We have a girlfriend that's getting ready to go through IVF, so we wanted to do some kind of spell work meditation for her. It was awesome though. But I was just giving you a face to the name. That's why I brought it up. The girl in that video is my girlfriend who's friends with Kai. Rainn Wilson. I have mixed feelings about him. I haven't thought about him in a long time though, so maybe my feelings have changed. But the last time I saw him, I don't think I really cared for him too much. But I don't remember why. So I guess I shouldn't have any opinions if I don't remember. I need another notebook. I need to start a to-do list. I forgot. I've got like 3 other people I have to contact about their houses for Kai. I forgot I agreed to do that yesterday. Just a moment. Totally forgot. Because in case this woman is not a believer, or for some reason Kai doesn't feel comfortable with it, we wanted to give her a couple options, and I have a few people that I need to contact today, and I did not want to forget. Okay. I don't think there's anyone else right now. You guys are so kind. I really don't think it's anything to do with my work, but I'm just grateful. Was that you that said it earlier? I thought it. No, it was Ken. Both of you are saying that. You're so kind, but really, I don't think my hard work has anything to do with any of this happening. I think I'm just a byproduct, which is fine. I'm not trying to discredit myself, but I don't think me doing this has anything to do with this opportunity. This is just purely because my friend is so well connected and was able to help Kai so early on, and I'm just lucky that my friend is letting me tag along, really. And yeah, I mean, I do believe that things happen for a reason, so maybe there's that, and she knows how much it means to me, which is part of it. I don't know. I'm really excited. I will say my hard work yesterday paid off, because once I understood that there was an assignment to be had and we had a goal of this meeting, we did what we had to, and it worked. Thanks, HB. So yeah, I don't know. This woman's home is stunning. But if any of my one of my friends is much closer to here, and I don't know if it would be, I don't know if it'll work or not, but I'm excited to see how I can help, hopefully. It's so crazy to think that, like, one, any of this is real. Any of this even happened. That something like telepathy exists, and then this documentary comes out, and then that it spurred something in me to completely 180 so much in my life, because even though I still am working, and even though this is just a hobby right now, the amount of time and devotion it's taken to, like, create this channel and do this work, and, like, my life has changed because of deciding to do this. And now to find out that, like, because of my girlfriend, like, the actual situation at hand, that Kai herself, the Dr. Pal, all of them are just like a Kevin Bacon away, you know? That might not make sense to some people, but, like, it's just so close. Like, I just never would have imagined. Like, I did my first video 7 months ago, Friday. So, like, a year ago, if you would have told me that I was dedicating every spare second to YouTube and talking endlessly about telepathy and ESP, and even getting this close to this kind of documentarian and podcaster, I would have never thought that this was what was going to happen with this year. Thanks, HB. It's just crazy. And I'm excited, but it's like, wow, if I looked back, I really did not see this coming. Like, did not see this coming in my future. It's such a good feeling. This is kind of unrelated, but one of my favorite things to do in life is, I don't know how to, I always call it following the bouncing ball backwards. And thinking of, like, okay, how did I get here? Like, what were all of the butterfly effects that happened? And I love doing that with relationships with people, Like, I think back to, I have some friends of mine that live in LA. I went to Lollapalooza alone one year. This was almost 16 years ago, 15 years ago. Went to Lollapalooza alone because my intuition told me to. That's a whole different story. But I'm there alone and I'm sitting on a sidewalk in the middle of the festival at one point. I don't know what I was doing. And a guy comes up to hit on me. And I was single at the time. He was kind of cute. I was mildly interested, but like not overtly. But he was with a big group of friends, and his friends included women too. So it was like guys and girls. And I was alone, and they were like, "Hey, if you want to go watch this band later, that's where we're going. We'll be over there." And so after about like 20 minutes after they left, I was like, "You know what? Why not? Go make new friends." So I went and found them, and I hung out with them, the guys and the girls. Dated the guy for a hot second, didn't work out. But one of the girls in that group lived in Los Angeles. Lollapalooza is in Chicago. She moved to New York, and then I moved to New York, and I knew no one. And that guy was like, "Hey, that girl that you met, let me reintroduce you." So she and I met up in New York. We became very, very, very best friends. I meet who's now my husband, all of that. We get married. I move again. My girlfriend moves back to LA. Time goes on. I get married, and I realized that one of my husband's friends who lives in London would be a perfect match for my girlfriend in New York. And my husband met him because he used to own a record store, and this guy's a musician, and he would come in his record store when he was traveling on tour. And we ended up connecting them together, and now they're married, and it's been 10 years, and it's this whole thing. And I love nothing more than going backwards and thinking like, wow, I met her because I met him because I went alone to this thing, or like just all of those. And so thinking about things like the telepathy tapes, and again talking about my girlfriend Sam, like it's so fun to me to go backwards and be like, how did this happen? Like I ended up sitting up here on live because I started out by doing the telepathy tapes, and I started doing the telepathy tapes because my girlfriend wouldn't shut up about it. She wouldn't shut up about it because her girlfriend got diagnosed with autism and then was looking stuff up and came across this brand new podcast and sent it to her. And it's just like that bouncing ball. I don't know. I might just be talking to talk, but I love that. I love going backwards and like seeing how all of the things connect, and like where the pinnacle moment was that like spawned that timeline, right? Where was that moment, like when I decided to listen to the podcast, or when my friend decided to tell me about it, right? Like what was that little moment that like sparked? It's just, I don't know why. I've always been fascinated by going back and doing that. It's really like, yeah, it's always really fun. You know, speaking of that, it makes me think, I don't remember what it was, but years ago, this would have been 2020, even 2021, I'm not sure, when I was kind of going through my spiritual awakening and everything was going haywire for a while. One of the, I don't know if it was like a natal chart thing or something I saw, said that at that time period, whenever it was, I needed to be paying attention to the people that came into my life. Like pay, it just, that kept coming up. It was like, pay attention to who's coming into your life right now. Like there's someone coming into your life right now that's really important. And at the time, the only person I could think of was my girlfriend Sam, the one from the Baha'i Temple video, and the one who knows Kai now. And at the time, we had just met. And I remember when we first met, I thought that her and I, there was no way we would be friends, because she's extremely, extremely wealthy. Much more than I can even imagine ever being. And I was like, we are from different planets. We're from different worlds. We're in different stratospheres. What could we possibly have in common? I cannot be friends with this girl. And I really actively tried to not be friends with her once I realized like our differences, because I was uncomfortable, and I realized that was my problem, not hers. But at first I was really hesitant because I just thought, like, I cannot be good friends with someone that has such a different lifestyle. And so when that happened, I remember the horoscope or whatever it was being like, pay attention to who's coming in. And I was like, all I can think of is this girl, and there's no way it's her because, like, I don't, there's no way. And that was sure as shit, like, years into our friendship, I am like, this woman has changed my life, even outside of the telepathy tapes. Like, this woman has changed my life in so many ways in our 5 years of friendship. It's funny to think back now and be like, I remember reading that and being like, who's coming into my life, like, that I need to pay attention to? Like, it's not her, maybe someone else, like, looking around and being like, oh my God, it was her. Like, the whole time it was totally right. I needed to pay attention to her because this woman has changed my life just from teaching me how to be a friend again, how to have friends or, like, make friends. Like, I didn't realize I was lonely until she reminded me what it's like to have friends. Like, getting me out of my shell and getting me to try things I haven't tried and then introducing me to something like the tapes. It's just wild. But yeah, that's another one of those things. Like, destiny is what made me think of that. Like, I remember being like, oh yeah, the destiny saying, like, you're gonna meet someone and it's gonna be a big deal. And now I'm like, it was my girl. And she's like, she's not the leader of our coven. We don't have a leader of the coven, but she's the one that started it. Like, she's the one that brought the coven together. And yeah, it's just very cool. Yes, I do, Real. You gave me a really sweet comment about not letting the haters get to me when you came on like 2 days ago, right? I'm glad you're back. Hello, hello. How are you? How was your weekend? That's not annoying. I was just thinking about it. I really hope I don't cry if I meet Kai. Like, I wouldn't cry like fangirl, but just being like, seeing her and wanting to say like, thank you for your work. I can see myself crying already. Oh, I can't. Why am I like this? Why am I like this? Yesterday I tried on a dress and cried. It's so silly. So silly. Too many big emotions. She really does, and she seems really genuine. And she is very much all in. I'm really excited to meet her, hopefully. I just realized she said, she's coming the week after the Air and Water show, aka UFO Watch Party. And I just realized my girlfriend Sam is going to be out of town, so I think I'm going to just do the UFO Watch Party at her place because that's like the best place to see them. And I'll definitely either be coming on live to like share, or I'll obviously film anything we see. Speaking of all of this, I still need to post my videos from last year when we saw orbs. I'm really excited to do it this year now that we're like, the first time it was such a shock that half the videos are so shaky and like you know, we're on our phones, so we're as zoomed in as we can, but now that we are on the hunt in a different way, like with my binoculars, they have a attachment for my camera so that I can take photos and videos through the binoculars and get a better view. And literally that entire weekend is just going to be a UFO watch party, and then it's going to roll into telepathy tapes filming. Like, I'm so excited. August is going to be such a good month. I don't know. Oh, mine, yes. Yeah, HB, that is the goal. So since normally I film on Fridays and then I edit all Friday night and Saturday and I get it out on Saturdays. And I couldn't do it this week between the party and I just have really been struggling with the script. So the goal is to put my head down and get the script done Monday, Tuesday this week, like so today, tomorrow, hopefully. And then in a dream world, I'd like to film on Wednesday and edit Wednesday, Thursday, and post on Thursday, Friday, if that makes sense. So I want to do it before the weekend because I'm going out of town for this wedding. So yes, it has to come out this week. If it doesn't come out this week, I will be mad at myself because it's been way too long, and it's just because it's been so hard. For some reason, this one's just been so difficult, and it's not just JP's passing. It's like there's just something fighting me with it. So I'm hoping after taking the weekend off, and I haven't looked at it in several days, I'm hoping that I will come at it with renewed force today. I'm excited to get into it and see how I feel. One moment. Girl. She's the cutest little pup. She's got the shortest legs though. She can't go downstairs. Really, she can, but not well. Yeah, I'm actually gonna finish up this page, hop off here. I think I might go for a run real quick before it gets hot. Before it gets too hot to run. And then it is head down, writer mode. Gotta get through it. Oh, good, Ken. Yeah, I would have, if I wasn't going to be on here writing, I would have gone for a run, or like at this time, because of the heat. And who knows, I still may or may not, we'll see. But I'm really itching to, so. Do not go downstairs. You can go upstairs, not downstairs. Hi, Monty. Yes, the evening pages. You know what? As long as you are as consistent as you can be, it makes a big difference. And I'm glad you're picking up trash, HB. I would be doing the same because after the festival, the park's kind of a disaster, but the city will actually come through and clean that up. I've learned that the hard way because in years past, I've tried to pick up like the Monday after the festival, and then like the city comes through and just like does what I could do times 100 in 10 minutes. So. Thanks, HB. I'm sure it would be too. She's very empathic and sweet, and poet and didn't know it. Yep. She seems very empathic and sweet, and so I'm sure she'd be completely fine if I cried too. My friend would probably be a little mortified, but she's not as savvy emotional as I am. Hey, T. It is a nice day. Was it HB? I think that I would, Dr. Powell, I don't want to say I get intimidated by such intelligence, but like sometimes when I'm speaking with professors and psychologists, like at that extent, I'm still getting my footing and feeling comfortable holding space next to them and interacting with them in that capacity, because I think I'm smarter than other people realize, but I'm definitely not smart enough to feel like I can be having the meaningful types of conversations I'd love to have with her. I'm sure. It's just one of those things, you know, especially when somebody's work has altered like your life course in a weird way. Even if it's not like a huge alteration, but like I can feel it. It's made something's shifted because of their work, and that's just so cool. Yeah. I know. I'm just very excited to even be this close. Even if I don't, like, it's all said and done, like, let's say all of this comes to pass, I don't get to meet her, I have nothing to do with it, my friend sees her, you know, all of that, but I don't get to be a part of it all, it's still okay. I'm so excited that my friend is as involved as she is, and that we're still just that close, you know? It's so cool. Yeah, exactly. It's, yeah, looking back, it's just nuts. You're like, wow, I never would have thought that this is how everything would change. Only a few more lines left. Yeah, I imagine. Once they saw that you were talking to someone to be taken seriously, it would make a difference. Oh, I finished just got here and I'm popping off. I know, thanks HB. I was so excited to get on and tell you guys when this was happening yesterday. Like I just kept thinking, I was like, I gotta get on and I have to tell HB and Kent and Andy. Crouton if he's lurking. And I don't know if Comer's ever coming back. Maybe. I'm so excited though that it's even a possibility. I'm grateful that I was even able to help in a small way secure a location for filming. It's very exciting. I don't know what the weather holds this week, but I plan to be on ideally at least Monday through Thursday. And then maybe over the weekend in a new location, we'll see. But I gotta go. Thanks for being here, you guys. I hope you all have a great day and start your week. Later.